Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello guys, welcome to the Data Education Project video tutorial series for the C# Windows Form programming. And in this session number 15, we are going to learn how to create a login in our project. So first of all, we need to know how to create the interface, and I am creating the interface of login form in the last videos, and just change a little bit here. So we need two things. Soft login system, give the name of the form here, and one more thing, we need two things, the username and the password, and the login button is here. We are creating the database already imply table in the our MySQL workbench, and and in this query database we have imply table, and imply table we have almost two values for our thing, username, password, and the type, and I'm just selecting this thing. Now we are just going on the login, and first of all we are creating the connection string here. In the connection string we will provide the values from the server explorer, and when we click on this localhost and refresh it, our connection will be established again. And here is the connection string values. Just control A, control C, copy it and paste it here. Now what we need next, we need to know the main query of our login string. Login query is equal to double quotes semicolon. It is was very useful to provide the fundamental syntax requirement before writing the query. Select static from and write the name of the table, that was imply table, where I am using the reserved word as in a capital, so you can understand that which is the reserved word and which is not the reserved word here. So the next thing is the column name, and the column name is the username, and then the password, where username is equal to inverted comma plus concatenation, and we will use text box username dot text value, and the next one double plus some double quotes single inverted comma, and here we use the AND operator. It means both are required. Password is equal to inverted comma double quotes plus text box password, text box user password dot text plus double quotes single inverted comma. Now our query is completed. Now we need MySQL connection. MySQL connection, and make this connection con is here is equal to new MySQL connection, and provide the con string in it. Con string, this is the variable name, and MySQL command cmd is equal to new MySQL command, and we provide two things. First we give the query, and the second thing is the connection string. Okay, now we need a MySQL data reader, and make this reader, and we are creating a variable integer count is equal to 0. This variable is used to find that how many I think we have missing, this is the missing con string, not connection string. Now it's okay. This variable is used to measure that how many values the database get on the same username and the password. So it will be very useful for us to count that. If the more than one users with the same name, then we cannot allow them to log in here. Okay, now we will use the while loop here. but not here. We use the try catch block first to open the connection and catch the exception. Catch exception ex, and here I will show message box dot show and display message unable to get the values due to, and concat it with the reason ex here. Okay, and now first of all we need to run this login query and open the connection con dot open, and after that we will assign the value reader is equal to cmd dot executes reader, and after that we will just loop while reader dot read, and in this if there are the values is here, then count will be count plus 1. Now here is the condition. If count is greater than 1, greater than or equal than 1, then we can say that message box dot show authenticated user. Now we will run this program and check it out. Now you can see that if I will add the value SAF Pakistan, and then what kind of message I will got, authenticated user, because this value is already present in our database SAF Pakistan. But for example, if I'm changing the data Qasim Ali and try to log in it here, then you can see that no message was shown because we have no else part of this application. So we can make this but just using else command, else, and show the message box dot show user name and username and password are not found, whatever you want to display. And now we will run this application once again. Okay, we have SAF and then Pakistan. We got the authenticated user message. For example, we have like this Albert that was not found in our database. Then we got the username and password are not found. Now one more thing, what we did, if the user was authenticated user, then we need to pass the control to the next value. So I don't need to show the authenticated user message here. I can make the main form, that was the landing page, you can say main form, and m form is equal to the new main form, and in this main form we will show m form to on the m form dot show, pass the control to the next if the user is authenticated, this dot hide here. Now we run this program once again. Now if the username and password were found in our database like SAF Pakistan, then the control will pass to the next form, and in this way your application will be more secure. And if you want that your application will be more and more secure, then you need to find out that how to log in and create the login system. Now if we will run this program again and we want to pass the wrong values, like here Albert Pakistan, something like this, and just click on it. It will give us the message username and password, but it will not pass the control to the next one. And not if we want to wash out the text box username, if the values are not correct, then we can empty it, and it will look more user password dot text, make it more and more easy for the user to use this application. So just click on it, and now once again, if we have the wrong values, then what will happen? Save. Now you can see that the user name and password are not found, and then after that when we click OK, it's the text box will become empty. So one more thing I want to change, that was the properties of text boxes, make it consistent with other application. So that's why I'm using the font size property here, make monotype italic, bold, and 12. Okay. So thank you very much for watching this tutorial. Please subscribe our channel for the next videos. Allah Hafiz.